Okay, so let's go over to Fiverr.com, and this is basically the bulk of everything I do for the offline stuff. If I can't find it on Fiverr.com, I tend not to do so much of anything that's not on here. What I really like about Fiverr is that you don't need to take expensive memberships. You don't need to take expensive recurring pay expensive recurring fees for softwares that you might not be using, for memberships that you might not be using as well. Things like Unique Article Wizard, SEO Link Vine, SE Nuke, all those kinds of services that are monthly. They're all good services. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them, but if you're not using them, then you're not really getting value on them. So let's take, for example, SE Nuke, which is I think about 127 a month right now. If it's still at the same price, if the price hasn't gone up, well, to be able to get real value out of that, you need to be using it every single day. And I don't use those tools every day. Even when I had them, I just felt pressured that I needed to do stuff with it because I was paying every month. Fortunately for me, one of my business partners actually bought me the lifetime version of that when I was helping him to optimize one of the sites. And pardon me. I still don't use it hardly ever these days because I get everything done here. Now, if I was to pay, say, $130 a month for SE Nuke, that's quite a lot of Fiverr gigs. I mean, $100 is 25 gigs. It's a lot. There's such a variation of stuff that you can do with 25 gigs, and if you add the other $30, so you've got 26 Fiverr gigs you can do for the same money. There's a lot of power in that. Really significant power in how you can use that on Fiverr.com. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little run through. This is just like a jump start. Okay, this is not like the whole Fiverr SEO blueprint. So if you've bought this and you've got the Fiverr SEO blueprint, don't worry, I'm not going to give away all the secrets. This is just the foundation stuff, the jump start, and just to help people to get on the way. And if you're in a small niche, you should be able to hit page 1 quite easily by the time we've gone through this. So we'll do maybe about 5 or 6 gigs on Fiverr.com, and one of the first things that I want to do here is get some articles. Now, I just noticed this guy, he actually sent me a message on Fiverr.com. I bought something from him before, and he said he'll make 10 unique 300 to 700 word niche optimized articles. That's fine. So I'm going to order one of those, and that will give me 10 articles that I can play with, so that I can use that for Unique Article Wizard. I can use it for various membership sites that I don't want to pay the membership for, basically. Anybody who's got a private blog network gig here on Fiverr.com that's a paid private blog network gig, like SEO Link Vine and those kind of things, that's what I'm going to use these articles for. And we're going to look for people who are offering services that are auto approved as well. I don't want any services that's not auto approved. So we'll do some Scrapebox, we will do some article marketing, we will do some X-Rumor as well, and we'll just give it a jump start, and we'll get some directory links and some of the basic stuff that we should have with every site as well. So I'll pause the video because the Camtasia is slowing this down from actually making the order, and we can come back and get these orders complete, and I'll walk through them with you. Okay, so that's ordered, and he's probably going to ask for some details, so we can just tell him electronic Now, I think he's probably using PLR, which is, usually a lot of crap, but what he did say is that he would make it unique and it would pass Copyscape, so that should be okay. And these kind of articles, I really don't give a crap, to be honest. I really don't give a crap, because once I start putting them through those private blog networks, they can just go and get me backlinks. There's different ways to use article marketing. You can use it to get to drive traffic to your site as far as people reading it and wanting to get to know more, or you can use it for backlinks. This particular gig, I'm getting articles just to use for backlinks, and that's all I want to do there. Okay, so that's been done. So the next one I want to do is go and get some X-Rumor forum profiles. But when I'm looking for X-Rumor, what I want to do here is to be able to get verified links. So we type in the word verified. Really important. So this guy here, Cyberpod 5500, verified public unique public profile backlinks. Now he sounds very, very similar to a guy that I use again and again and again, and that's a guy called Dino Stark, but I want to do someone different. There's Dino down here, 5,500. I want to do something different, someone different. This guy's ordering 9,000 verified backlinks. This guy is ordering 7,500. But the thing about Dino is he's offering it no duplicate domain, yeah. And if you're ordering those gigs, I recommend that you try to use someone who is a top rated seller. And you know, just looking at this, and nobody else is offering the same kind of thing except for this guy up here who's not a top rated seller. I think I'll just go ahead and stick with Dino for this one, and just get that one ordered. And there's two different ways that we can use X-Rumor on here, and I'll go through the second one in just a minute. So this is what Dino's looking for, and basically he's asking for just an example of the site and the full URL that you want to link to, and also the keyword. There's no limit on the keywords, but you must use all of the same keywords will be going to the same link, so you've got one link and multiple keywords. Okay, so we've got HTTP freeelectroniccigarette.co, and usually when I'm doing this kind of thing on Fiverr, I need to tell them it's not .com, because you know sometimes people just do it without realizing. I do it myself actually. It's kind of a strange one to get used to using. And the keywords, actually let me just cut down the time I'm typing here. Copy that. We'll give them 5 keywords. And we'll put the word in front here. Best. So he's got a choice of 5 keywords here, so he will go and get me 5,500 backlinks with these 5 keywords. Now the way I normally like to do this when I'm starting a site is to go and get a whole bunch of these and run as many as possible, because the more you can do there, then just it gives a bit more natural kind of feel and look to the off-page anchor links. That there's many different, because there wouldn't be 5,500 links, and from those 5,500 links, if they were real people like you know, backlinking or bookmarking or whatever, you wouldn't have, you know, so many people choosing the same variation. And you know, that's one of the things that I like to do with X-Rumor, is to go and get a whole bunch of words from the Google keyword tool and just give them all over to somebody like Dino, and he will just go and get all of those anchor text backlinks, and it gives a huge variation which makes things look more natural, but it's better to do it when you're doing blog commenting as well. Okay, so I'll just send that off to him. So that's 2 gigs done. Right, now the next way to use X-Rumor is to I'll just get this in here. Let's see if I can find someone else so we don't get the same person doing the same kind of links. This guy's verified backlinks. This guy top rated seller. His title always confuses me, and it makes me never ever click through there. It's just an awful title. If you ever write headlines, don't write headlines like that, because it's too stupid to even want to click through and try and figure it out. Let me see if I can get a good one. 9,000. I'm looking for the word verified again. Okay, let's choose this guy here. And one of the reasons I chose him because he's from Germany, and if you ever known some German people or worked with them before. You know, they're really pedantic people, so I like to use them because when I worked with them before, I got that, you know, things got done properly, put it that way. Okay, so this guy, I've kind of did a little bit of a screw up here because I should have been looking for someone that was going to give us unlimited URLs, but anyway, I'll go with it, what I've got. And basically he's offering to do one URL with 5 keywords or 5 different URLs with 1 keyword. So for example, if I had 5 pages or 5 posts in the site, I could do 5 URLs and get 9,000 forum links pointing between 9,000 and 9,000 forum links between 5 URLs is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do, what I've got here is Stealth Keyword Competition Analyzer, and all I have to do here is I've already run this through. I'm just going to sort it by keyword rating, and you can see up here the ones that are amazing. So ideally what I want to do is to choose 5 that have got good search volumes or reasonable search volumes in either the amazing or the great ones, or the great keyword rating here. And let me just see what I can pick up as I go down. Electronic cigarettes coupon could be interesting. It's only got 390, but it's still, I like the keyword. It's a sort of commercial intent keyword. Buy e-cigarette could be good. It's not an amazing, but it's in great, so that's not too bad. Premium e-cigarette could be good as well. E-cigarette comparison could be good. It's not in the great or the amazing, but it's in good. I'm just looking for buyer keywords with a reasonable search volume. And best electronic cigarette. Now we've already got that one. We've got best free electronic cigarette. We haven't got best electronic cigarette. So that's the 5 that I will choose, and I will just export that to CSV to get a hold of them. Okay. And now I can close this one down. Ideally what I was going to do is I was going to take all the amazing, all the great and all the good if I had unlimited keywords, but we haven't got that, so I have to make do with what I've got to work with. But it's not a terrible thing. We can go back there after a week or 2 and do the same thing again, but choose the right gig the next time. Hold on a second, I'm talking and I'm not thinking. Again, got to tell this guy it's not com, just to make sure. Not com. I think I made that mistake last time. I need to go back and fix that. So anyway, I want to choose these 5 keywords. I'll just go and grab them. Okay, so I've got my 5 sort of commercial intent keywords in here. I've told him the URL and he can go off and get them. So I've got 5 with the main keyword, 5 anchor text with the main keyword within it, with the free electronic cigarette in it. I've got 5 that are commercial intent, and that will do that one for now. Okay, so that's done, and the next thing I want to do is go and get a run of SE Nuke, I think. So I'm going to type in SE Nuke full Monty. Okay, we want the full Monty. If you're not aware of what that is, SE Nuke has various different wizards with different levels of account creation and posting, etc., submissions, etc. The full Monty is the main one that we want to use. It's got the maximum sort of power as far as what we can do with SE Nuke. It has 3 different social networks and blasts and 3 article blasts or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it also does press releases and various things. So you can see here that I've got several here that came up, but none of them have top rated sellers. But this guy here is pretty good. This guy Ricky, I've used him several times. This guy might be worth checking into, and this guy we'll take a look at as well. This is interesting. I will find a micro niche and blast it with SE Nuke. I'll have a look to see what he's offering here. This is full Monty as well. This one he's got his own template. We'll have to see what he's doing there. And I think that's enough to look at now. I'm not going to find any top rated sellers here with the full Monty. And the top guys, if you want to find the top guys, basically just come up here and go for the rating instead of the auto. I think the auto is just the recently put in, combined with exact match sort of keywords. Yeah, I don't see any top rated sellers there. Okay, so let's see what's here. Let's choose something that's worthwhile. This guy I know well, I've used him several times before, does a good job, he's quite quick as well. Right, now this guy's got no rating whatsoever. I don't work with people who don't have any rating yet, because typically they get themselves into a situation where they don't realize how much work is needed or whatever. If it gets a few orders, then often you'll see their rankings drop or their ratings drop because they don't get the work done on time. This one is rated 100%, but not for this particular gig. I'm looking for down here. I'm looking to see if he's got any feedback on the gigs that he's done, but I'll keep them open for now. This one, same kind of thing. Oh, this is an interesting one. And this guy will run full Monty for 15 days, over 15 days, which is quite good. So I'm going to contact this guy, even if it's an extra gig. Oops, I've got the caps lock on now. So if he's willing to do that over 15 days, that kind of gives more natural backlinking. So it's worth inquiring a little bit more to get, if I can give him my own niche. And I would use that for several campaigns actually that I'm working on right now. So this guy, Phil Monty, he's got some reviews. And you can see here what happens. Often they fail to deliver on time. And I don't like his feedback there. I'm going to avoid him. Total crap, useless. Oh dear. His website dropped about 50 positions for most phrases. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll avoid him. Let's see what this guy's got. No, you know what? I'm going to stick to the guy I know. I might as well just stick to this guy. So order this one from him. And this guy does provide articles as well. Well, he's probably scraping them, but I don't really care for these kind of links, to be honest. So I'll just get this one done. And basically all I'm doing is I'm giving him 3 keywords. He will do the SE Nuke, he will get the articles from SE Nuke directly, so I'm not going to focus too much on what he does there, and just know that he's going to run a full Monty and get me some links. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video, grab a coffee and come back. Okay, so what I'm looking at now is Scrapebox. Now usually in the Fiverr SEO blueprint, you'll know that I don't use blog commenting too much, and there's a tool that I would rather use, but for the sake of just showing people what we can do on this particular product with the super simple niches, I'm going to choose a script box gig, and what I'm looking for is verified, and I'm looking for someone who's a top rated seller. So we get verified live backlinks, there's 10,000 of them, blog comments, and he's done 900 sales. So I'm going to have give this guy a go now. I really don't like ordering Scrapebox too early in a campaign, and I don't like ordering like this usually, but if there's 900 people done it, and they seem to, let me see the reviews. He's got good reviews, nothing negative there at all. Now I'm guessing that a lot of these guys who are ordering this gig know what they're doing and know what to expect. So he's limiting one website and 3 keywords. That will do. Okay, let's give it a go. This will probably put us in the Google dance, I would imagine, but that's alright, because it always comes back out of there. And there's a few things that we can do if we need to. So I'll just pause this and okay, so basically I've given them the 3 keywords. I've got electronic cigarette discounts, free electronic cigarette, and best electronic cigarette, because that one has got 1900 searches a month. So we'll give it a go. It wasn't in the sort of amazing or great rating with keyword, stealth keyword tool, but still worth going after, I guess. And we'll see where this will take us anyway. Right, it's done. Okay, so one of the things I like to do when we've got a new site is to make sure we've got some web directory links, and I found this guy here. He will do 100 PR4 plus web directory submissions, so all these 100 will be above PR4, so we'll have a go at that one, and we'll see what he's looking for. And these are all one-way link directories updated with PR, and the approval rate is more than 40%, so with 100 then we're looking at 40 PR4 links. I think that's not too bad, and when we look at his reviews, he's got really good reviews, so he's on his way to becoming one of the top sellers, I guess. So I'll give this guy a go. I do want to get some directory links as early as possible, and we'll see what this guy's asking for, and we'll do 1 or 2 more gigs, and that should do us for the promotion, because we've done quite a lot at one time, and usually I don't. Usually I like to build a bit of trust, but just for the purpose of showing people various things that we can do using Fiverr.com, I wanted to go ahead and order the gig and show you what the kind of things that you can look for while you're here. There we go. Okay. So he's asking for several things here. What I usually do is just copy this into here. And just fill out one by one, and that's the easiest way to do it. It doesn't confuse them, doesn't confuse you, and they always ask for an email as well for these directory sites. Give them an email that you're not likely to be using, because a few of these directories will give you, will send sort of promotional emails to you offering upsells and stuff like that. It's always better if you just avoid using a proper email for that, because you can get your inbox kind of flooded by that. So I'm going to fill this in. You don't really need to watch me doing this one, and I think that we'll leave it at that for the Fiverr gigs just now, because there's plenty there going on all at one time, and usually I don't do that much at one time. It's a slow build up when I'm doing stuff. But anyway, so that gives you an idea. That's just a jump start the stuff you can do. I've showed you a little bit about Fiverr.com. We've done some we set up some plugins so that we can get automated links going on every time we make a post. We've also done the same thing using RSS feeds with ping.fm and OnlyWire and HelloText and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background with the backlinking and stuff like that, and we've also done DigiArticle Blast, and there's various other plugins that we can use and add as well. So this can give you a good idea just how easy it is to get a campaign up quite quickly, set it up quite fast, and then go back into Flipper, pick another niche and do the same again. And this is the kind of thing that you could easily show an outsourced worker to do. You can just give them the blueprint and say, look, this is what needs to be done, and let them go away and do it all. And at some point you do have to learn to let go and trust people to do stuff properly, but only after you've trained them properly. Maybe give them a go doing one or two with you, and making sure they understood it, and then they can just go off and run these things, you know, on a daily or weekly basis as well. And it's up to you how fast you want to do your backlinking. I did this really fast, much faster than I would have done. Anybody who's done the Fiverr SEO blueprint will tell you that. We start off very slow usually, but I wanted to just give you some kind of input on what you can do with Fiverr, because there's no need to be taking expensive memberships and expensive software tools on a monthly basis if you're not using them. Okay, only if you're using them every day it makes sense. But you can see how much damage we can do here with $127 a month. Even, you know, I don't I don't need SE Nuke. I've just got enough probably SE Nuke power for the next month anyway for that one particular site. And if I want to do other campaigns, and it's just $5 or £3 if you're in the UK, and it's done, and somebody else is doing it, I don't need to spend my time setting it all up, because it does take a bit of time to set it up properly. Anyway, so I hope you got some good information from this video, and hope you got some good information from the course. I'd love to get some feedback from you, and thanks for bearing with me, and I hope you go and use this to do some good stuff. Okay, thanks, bye.